It's the rotation of Earth. Really makes my day.
I
You
get it.
know,
It
Uh,
takes the whole day. I get, okay, yeah, I get it.
you
That's
know, I can tell when people are being judgmental just by looking at them.
funny, funny. Okay, we are officially live, and let me just share this out real quick. And before we get going here, I'm going to share
Mhm.
this on to Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're live on YouTube.
And actually, that last joke is what we're going to be talking about today. The a concept many of you have heard before, and that's karma. And it's not like, Jamie, stop being upset. You should be more calmer. And the fact is that you are, in fact, enacting an action of karma, whether you're willing to or not, whether you think you are or not. It's kind of like the law of gravity. Whether you believe in it or not, it's still acting upon your being.
Love it. Love it. Well, yeah, tonight we're going to talk about karma, and karma is your best friend. Most people think most people say karma is a royal a royal bee. We don't say that though. Karma's not out to get you. It's here to teach you, you know? And let's clear something up. Karma isn't cosmic punishment. It's not the universe wagging its finger going, gotcha. It's not like that at all. Karma is actually feedback. It's the echo of your actions, it's the echo of your words, and it's the echo of your thoughts bouncing back saying, hey, this is what you're creating. You still like it? You still want to keep creating this? Because that it's literally like we see our karma in our limiting beliefs, even. So, in the toxic minefield, karma is your GPS. It's not your jail sentence. It doesn't care if you're good or bad. It cares about energy, it cares about intentions and repetition. And what you feed grows, what you ignore festers, and what you heal transforms. And that's karma. So, if your life feels like a broken record playing the same drama on loop, that's karma knocking or maybe even yelling at you saying, "Hey, there's still a lesson here and you're the only one who can graduate." Still a lesson, you're the only one that can graduate. So think of karma like a giant mirror. If you're throwing emotional grenades, don't be surprised when they bounce back at you. Right? We have to be aware of our thoughts, our behavior, everything that we're doing, because whatever we put back out, we get back 100%. So if we're putting out great stuff, we get back great stuff. If we're putting out bad stuff, like even when even when it's very justifiable, somebody really did a bad thing to you, but when you throw emotional grenades at that person for doing that bad thing, that's your karma, not theirs. That's going to affect you, not them. Right? So it's a learning to take a breath. I'm going to respond like an adult. Not always the easiest thing to do. Right? But if you're pouring out kindness, don't be shocked when life gets a little sweeter. Right? So if you're stuck in cycles of fear or sabotage, do you have something to add to that, Jamie?
Oh, I was just going to say that karma is like the law of exchange. So if the word karma is a little too woo-woo spiritual, or it's like I heard that it's one of those religious beliefs, well, let's talk about it from the physics and Newton and Einstein, cause and effect. What there is an equal and opposite reaction to every action. That's called the law of exchange. That's karma, except it's on an emotional, it's on a thought, it's on an energetic level, as well as being physical, because everything is a construct down into the smallest point. It's just energy and frequency. So even that chair or that table is frequency and energy. And if your thoughts are frequency and energy that are influencing and affecting the environment, according to science, cause and effect, what you're putting out, you're also getting a reaction or an exchange back from you. So to put it into a scientific perspective, what you do gets done to you. What you put out comes back to you. What you think about, you bring about, whether it's be positive or negative. It's an action against a person or an action or a thought for a person that also is going to come back and show up in your life in some way. And even when, like Amy said, like even when you feel like I'm justified in this, okay, what part of you is justified? Is it your body? Is it your mind? Is it your spirit? Is it your soul? Is it your future? Or is it your past that's justified? Is it the construct of society that you're living in where it's justified? We have these beliefs that are driving behavior, and yet half the time it's those beliefs that have been inherited that are holding us back from our current list of goals, desires. That's
Love it. Exactly. So if you're stuck in cycles of fear or sabotage or even maybe people pleasing, guess what? You'll keep attracting exactly what validates that loop. So you'll keep attracting it. But here's the best part. You can change it. Karma isn't fixed. It's fluid, which is awesome. Healing your emotional environment changes your karmic echo. And every time you choose love over fear, or presence over autopilot, or truth over performance, you shift the field. So that's pretty cool. So we've got a couple escape tips. So escape tip, rewire the karmic circuit, the karma circuit. So if you want to stop getting hit with the same emotional shrapnel, here's a couple tips. So first, pause before reacting. Ask, am I repeating or am I repeating or rewiring a pattern? Because again, if someone's angry at you or throwing them, like did something to you, like let's say somebody stole something from you, before reacting, ask, am I repeating or rewriting a pattern? And I'm going to choose my response. That doesn't mean you have to let people walk all over you. You can still create boundaries. But if you're screaming and yelling and throwing things at them, that's your karma. That's your behavior that you're responsible for, right? You're only responsible for your behavior. They're responsible for their behavior. And you're also responsible for your own thoughts. So if you're thinking bad things about that person, even though they really, really, really deserve it, trust me, I get it. There's lots of people that really, really deserve it. It's still not their karma. It's going to be your karma. If you just respond instead of react, then they get to keep their karma and you get to keep yours clean, right? So pause before reacting. Ask, am I repeating or rewriting a pattern? Then the next is audit your inner world. Karma starts with your thoughts. So what are you rehearsing in your head? Are you having an argument with somebody in your head? Are you rehearsing a fight with somebody? That's emotional daggers. That's emotional grenades you're sending at somebody. Right? So audit that. And then forgive others. Yes, but mostly yourself. So it severs karmic loops faster than any ritual, but forgiveness, that forgiveness. And Masterco has a really great one on forgiveness that I love. And then act with intention, not reaction. That's how you become the cause and not the casualty of your karma, by acting with intention and not reaction. So the bottom line is that you're not stuck because you're cursed. You're stuck because a part of you still believes the old pattern is keeping you safe. So change the pattern, change the karma, escape the toxic minefield. And now it's your move to do that. So forgiveness is really a huge key to that. Forgiving others and forgiving yourself. Sometimes we tend to, when something happens to us, like again, we'll go back to somebody stole something. I that's rarely happens, but I think, God, I can't even remember the last time. However, that's their karma, that's their thing. If I want to change the pattern, and that if that's something that keeps happening, there's a belief there's a pattern that I believe is keeping me safe. So even that person, I've got to forgive them because by being angry at them, it's that old saying of holding anger, being angry is like holding a hot coal and expecting it to burn the other person. That's what you're doing when you're throwing emotional daggers and emotional grenades at somebody else. You're expecting that anger and that disrespect to land on them, but it's not. It's landing back on you again.
And just to add on that, that's not to say, in this karma understanding that, say, for example, someone steals something from you, that you don't do anything because you don't want any karma repercussions. You emotionally and intellectually forgive that other person from the concept of they have a soul or a purpose, or they're going through a journey like every single person on the planet is dealing with their own story, their own struggle that they're working through. So you forgive and allow that, yet you still call the police and honestly relate to the police what happened. This person, here's on the security camera, came into the house, took these things, they're the neighbor, this is who that. And now that person is dealing with the consequences of their own action. You're not wishing ill to them, nor are you holding all that in on yourself because you don't want to do something karmically negatively. You being honest and protecting yourself is the first step. Wishing ill to another person or having resentment because you didn't or did do something, that's where there's karmic echoes coming back. And karma is neutral. It's not, there's good karma, bad karma. Karma is just karma. It's the story we attach to the experience that makes it either good or bad. It's just a balancing out. The universe is looking to find balance, and you can use that force of the universe looking to create balance for your benefit by doing karmic acts of positivity and nurturing and support and love and kindness. And next week, we'll show you a really cool meditation that you can do on a daily basis to create that. Yet you can put things out for the law of exchange to pay you back. Think of that. What are you putting out? So in the example, someone does something really bad to you, you take the action steps of calling it to the correct people's attention so that negative act is not repeated, or that negative act now comes to the top of the karma list and goes, hey, this happened. Your intention is not to hurt the person. Your intention is to bring to light the situation or circumstance. And that's the difference. So it's not about not protecting yourself or just forgiving everyone and letting everyone walk all over you. You create healthy boundaries while at the same time allow people to have their own journey of their own spirit and soul.
I like that. I like that. That's awesome. Yeah, and then if you feel like you're really stuck in a particular place, if you're stuck around money, go give. Give and watch it start to flow. If you are having health challenges, see who you can help to get healthy. Who else can you help to get healthy? Do the thing that you need the help with, and you're going to get the good karma. It's going to come back to you. You can put good karma out in the world to counter some of the stuff we might feel bad about or guilty about. But once we do it, we forgive ourselves too. You know, I think some of us feel like we're in a forever loop of having to repent or something.
It's about living your best life, doing everything you can to create the best life for yourself, while at the same time not looking to undermine anyone else to get to that best life. And at the same time, not allowing anyone to take advantage of you while you're going to your best life. There's a balance there.
Yeah,
There,
just because you got a restraining order doesn't mean that you're doing something negative towards somebody. You're just protecting yourself. It's perfectly okay to set boundaries. There's nothing wrong with that. it's the emotional daggers, and it's the emotional, it's the talking badly about that person behind their back, speaking untruthfully about other people, or gossiping like that. That kind of thing is going to bring about, probably things you don't want. So now, normally we would do a little teaching like this, and then we jump off when we have people, but we just changed the time. So it was at Thursdays at 5 o'clock. We changed it to Wednesdays at 5:30. Um, we'll see how this works out. But when you come on live with us, you can join us at toxicminefield.com. And when you come on live with us, um, we will jump off of the live, and then we just do a private work with you guys. We do some personal one-on-one healing work and stuff. Jamie, you do some incredible healing work. Um,
And
so
actually, some of it ties into karma greatly in regards to the inherited beliefs. So there can be restricting or limiting or damaging belief structures or emotional experiences that your grandfather, great grandfather, great 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 grandmother, someone in your inherited lineage has had an experience that is now coded in your DNA and flows through into your experience of life. And some people go, well, is this karma? Yes and no. It may be your opportunity to come, for those that are in line with reincarnation. You're in this body with this set of inherited beliefs that are creating an effect. Yet, you don't have to live with them, you can remove them. And that is just the same way if your clothes get dirty. You can rinse them or wash them in a washing machine. You don't have to continue to wear the dirty clothes day in and day out. You can take action. That choice is yours. Ultimately, all the choices are yours. So inherited beliefs, or even elements of that you're experiencing restriction, or limitation or doubts or blocks in your current life, can be traced back to an emotional energy, a karmic energy, a soul energy, an inherited belief energy. And by acknowledging it and making a conscious choice to remove it through a simple process, you can remove it. And then you're living your life from the now, not living your life dragging the past with you.
and they can find you at jamiehoney.com for more
Yeah.
information on that. Cool. And then just go to toxicminefield.com if you want to join us. We do this complimentary every week. So join us, and we think you guys are all amazing, and have a fabulous